one of the jobs we're going to do is earthing up the potatoes. It's a little bit early on the ones we did a couple of weeks ago, but this is something that you can do as the potatoes grow. So what we do is, you can see the potatoes are coming through, and we just get a little bit of soil from around them. We'll get rid of that creeping thistle, and we'll just pull a little bit of earth up around them with the hoe. Won't do too much this time because obviously they're only just coming through, but we'll just pull it up a little bit, and as the potatoes grow we can do that a little bit more. So that's earthing up using the hoe. Obviously if you haven't got a hoe, you can just use a spade. What we're doing today is we've just been doing a little bit of top dressing with the potatoes to make sure they've got some nice fertilizer, but we're going to earth up these potatoes that are in the container as well. So we're going to use a slightly different technique to what we used out on the allotment. Okay, so let's have a look at how we're going to do that. So what I've got here, we're going to make up a little bit of top dressing just to earth up the potatoes. Keep adding 2 or 3 inches as the potatoes grow, and that will just increase the amount of potato stem tubers that we get. Got a little bit of manure here out of the bag, just need to pull off the old kind of weeds that are started to germinate in it, so we'll just pull them off. And what I've done is I've got a bit of soil to mix with it, so we'll just pop that to one side. And so let's see, the worms are already working, so I'm going to just tip the soil over that and then just break up the manure a bit and just get that all nice. If we get the soil in it, it will be easier to spread the manure. So I'm going to turn it one way, a bit like mixing cement when you're mixing that dry. Mix it one way and then turn it and mix it the other way. So having mixed up my manure and soil for my top dressing, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to pop it into a bucket at a time, and then we'll just top dress the potatoes. So the good news is the potatoes are coming up quite nicely. We've been covering them at night. There's a little bit of scorch there. I think that's more to do with the sun. It was a bit of a shock. We had some pretty hot days, but they're up and they're doing well. So what I'm going to do now is just do a base kind of, or top dressing I should say. I'm just going to do a top dressing of fertilizer around them. Just protect the leaves so they don't scorch. So I'm going to pop that in my container. Okay. Give them a good, nice bit of fertilizer there. Spread that around a little bit. So for each one, I'm just going to do that. Okay, that's fine. That'll be. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is the same again. We're just going to pop a little bit of cinder, just protect your potato a little bit, and just feed that in and around them. Don't worry about it climbing up the stems, because that's what you want really, so that you get more potatoes. And so basically all we're going to do is to do that for each of these tubs. So they've had a bit of fertilizer, they've had a bit of top dressing, and there's still a bit of room actually for one more layer of this a bit later in the season. So the key thing is now making sure that, well, we're not even quite to May the 1st, that they don't get frosted. So we've still got to cover up, but once we get to the end of May, first week of June, we can leave the covers off, and that's good. But in the daytime, we're letting them photosynthesize, get exposed to all the rainfall, and just to grow.